How is everybody? It's very brown in here. That's cool. There's a couple whiteys. They made it in. Does it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Clap for yourself. Sure. Sure. You guys deserve it, right? Yeah. Right. No, there's a couple NPR tote bag people in here. That's cool. No, that's fine. It's gonna be a good show. The comics are gonna get fatter and browner as the show goes. It's gonna be a good time. I'm having a weird week. I broke a chair at a party recently. Let me tell you, if you're fat and you break a chair, you're done sitting for the night. That's it. You're finished. You've lost your sitting privileges. You gotta stand the rest of the evening. I'm not risking it. I'm not breaking 2 chairs. 2 chairs in one night? That's a spree. I'm gonna end up on the news. The Jeffrey Dahmer of chairs. Like a skinny person breaks a chair, people are like, oh look, a faulty chair. Someone better email the manufacturer. Let them know there's something wrong with their chairs. I break a chair, it's an ordeal. Amber alerts go off. People are like, where are my children? Are they safe? Were they near the blast radius? How do we help them? You can't eat after you break a chair. You look guilty as shit. It's like returning to the scene of the crime. Oh, look, he's eating. We haven't learned a fucking thing. Look at him. Right back where we started from. Been a little out of practice. I've actually been able to do stand-up in a while because I was in the hospital. I found out I had diabetes. I didn't know. Everybody else knew. I had no idea. I was the last to find out. Everyone else looked at me. They were like, I can smell it on you. Here, you got it. You got diabetes. That's all right. I didn't get it gracefully. Some people get it gracefully. They go to the doctor, they take some blood work, and then they go, they pack a suitcase and they, go to the hospital. No, I passed out. I fainted, and then I ended up in a hospital with 5 of the meanest doctors in the Chicagoland area. I don't know how I just got stuck with 5 bullies just making fun of me in there. One of them was like, well, he's 350 pounds. That's too much of anything. He said that. The annoying thing was he was right. That is too much of anything. Like if someone was like, oh, I want some popcorn. And they're like, yeah, I got you 350 pounds of popcorn. That's too much. That's far too much. They just said a lot of stuff I'd never heard before. One of them was like, you got thick blood. Like, that's how fat you are. You got thick, sugary blood. Your blood's like Yoo-hoo. He said that. He took out a Yoo-hoo to show it to me. He was like, your blood's like this. Your blood's sugary chocolate water from public schools. That's what your blood is. Public school chocolate water. That is what's flowing through your veins. You have thick blood. I thought it was a compliment. I first heard that, I was like, hell yeah, I got thick blood. Fuck yeah. You mean like those sexy Latinas they got out in the streets? Yeah, I got thick blood. My blood wears Cookie Monster pajama bottoms in public. My blood's got a Nightmare Before Christmas tattoo on the upper thigh. When they tell you have diabetes, you think of every meal that could have done it. I'm just in there like, what Crunchwrap Supreme did this? Which one was one too many? Just shut my body down. If I would have gotten a regular Crunchwrap, but it would have been better, but I got the Supreme. I had to do the Supreme. If I would have just waited and had some celery or something. No. They give you a list. It's very condescending. They act like you're stupid because they're like, here's all the foods you can't eat anymore. Yeah, I get it. There were some surprising ones in there. There was some stuff, cake. Yeah, I'm not allowed to. Okay, sure. Yeah, I got diabetes because I love cake. A fat guy didn't bite me. I got it from eating cake. There's not a fat ghost haunting my apartment and he gave me diabetes. No, I got it from eating cake. Okay, yes. But they were like, a white doctor told me, a Middle Eastern man, I can't have any more rice. Yeah, I was like, get me a new doctor. This is colonialism somehow. I don't trust this. You're up to something. This is a dangerous game we're playing. I don't know why. Get me a brown doctor. They did. They went to the hallway. They found, not hard to find a brown doctor. They were just like, you, come here. You got to break some news to him. He came in. He was like, Habibi, you can't have any more rice. Fuck. All right. Okay. I'll cut it out. No more rice. Shit. Broke my heart. They told me to lose weight. I lost weight. I was never motivated to lose weight. It's surprising how much almost dying will motivate you to lose weight. I never wanted to lose weight because if you're good looking and you're fat, you got no reason to lose the weight, right? You're still good looking. If you're fat and you're ugly, lose the weight, for Christ's sakes. What are you doing? What do you do? Don't be two things. Be one thing. Fix the thing you can fix. You're fat and ugly? That's preposterous. Like, women like this. Some women, very certain women, are really, just really into this. Like, too into this. Way too into this. And they all have the same vibe. Like, every woman who's really into this is usually a white woman who had a fat dad and watched too much Aladdin growing up. That's the MO of... We found one. Not hard, right? She's like, yeah, I got a fat dad and I love Aladdin. She's gonna come, they're not subtle about it. She's not gonna write a number on a napkin. She's gonna come up to me after the show with a vest and be like, put on the vest, get in the vest. Like, where'd you get the vest? I'm not putting the vest on. I'm not going shirtless in a vest for you. He told me to go to a new doctor. I got a new doctor. I had to change up. The doctor's fine. The doctor's fatter than I am, which just really pissed me off when I saw him. I was so mad. I was furious. I was like, how is he? I didn't even think he was a real doctor. He walked in. I thought he was just another fat fuck waiting for a doctor. I thought they doubled up on appointments. I was like, yeah, come on in. Sit down. We got the same problems. Yeah, sure. What's with the clipboard? Is that a menu? Are we getting lunch later? What's up? Let's hang out. I don't have a lot of fat friends. This is exciting. No, he was a doctor. He took out a chart. He was like, you have high blood pressure. It's like, motherfucker, we have high blood pressure. What are you talking about? We're gonna die, dude. We need to go. We need to leave here and go to a real doctor. I'm calling us an Uber XL. We gotta go, bro. I'm not taking fucking medical advice from you. He was like, I'm board certified. I was like, I'm charcuterie board. Shut up. I'm not board certified. Let's go get lunch. Put the clipboard down. No, it's fine, you know. I'm Persian. I'm adding to the problem of it being too brown in here. I was also late to the show. I was late to my own show. I'm Persian. Any other Persians in here? Right in the front. What's up? Azizam, halam, salam. All right, cool. Been a rough couple weeks for us. It's good. You survived. Yeah. We got through it. We were very dramatic. I don't know if you had any Persians in your life. We were being real dramatic about. I have a friend who's Syrian, and I was like, man, I'm so sad about it. He was like, I've been getting bombed since Obama. He's just smoking a cigarette and going to work. No, it was rough. People took a big interest in Iran the last couple weeks. It's amazing how curious people get about your culture when they're bombing you. They're very curious. They want to know everything about it. Persians, we're very, we're different. We're not Arab, we're not Indian, we got our own thing going on. Persians are a lot of fun. People think we're Arab. We're not. We're better. We're a lot better. We're better than everybody. We're the best. Sorry. That's a very Persian thing but yeah, we just think we're better than everybody. Culturally, we're a melting pot. We got a lot of. I feel like we're also pretty close to Italians and Greeks because we talk with our hands. We're fiery. We wear a lot of cologne. We're slutty. Yeah, we got a lot. But Italian, I don't know if I want to make that comparison. Italians are just Arabs that can't do math. That's all they are. They're just Arabs that are bad at business. That's all Italians are. I was born in Iran. I moved to America when I was 8, and I moved to middle of nowhere, Michigan. I grew up around hillbillies. God, I love hillbillies. They're so fun. I miss them. I don't see them enough anymore. Hillbillies are a good time. You go to a hillbilly's house, you get drunk, you shoot off a gun. You go to a hillbilly's house, they give you liquor, and then they hand you a gun. And you shoot it off. That's a lot of fun. That's an activity liberals can't offer you. They don't have any of the stuff to do that. You go to their house, you drink kombucha and play Settlers of Catan. This shit sucks. It's 6 hours long. I wish I had a gun to shoot you with. I hate this game. Get this out of my fucking face. You've been building longest road on the backs of others your whole life. Got a colonialism simulator in your house and a coexist bumper sticker on your Subaru. Shut up. I'm not Muslim. People don't like that. I'll tell you right now, people hate to hear that. Everyone hates it. Everyone just kind of comes together to hate that. White people hate it. Brown people hate it. Everyone hates it when they hear that I'm not. It really pisses people off. People don't like it when you're not the religion they think you should be. If they find out you're something else, they don't like. And I'm Catholic. People really fucking hate that. I don't know what it is about that just makes people even madder. It just really, not because people are racist, people are just busy. People got a lot going on in their lives. They don't want to meet a complication. Right? Like you meet a Chinese guy who's Jewish, you're like, great, I gotta cancel my Uber. I gotta figure this out. We're not going anywhere until I figure out, where did you grow up? How does this happen? What the fuck are you talking about? You're Chinese. You're just there yelling at the Chinese. You're Chinese. What do you mean you're mad at him? What do you mean you're fucking Jewish? You're Chinese. People have that energy when they're like, tell me what happened. So I have to tell them. I'll tell you. It's a long story. I'll tell you right now. I started smoking weed. That's all that happened. Because I wasn't religious. I was born Muslim. Because if you're born Muslim, they don't give you a choice. You're immediately Muslim. They're like, welcome. Here's a rug. Get to work. Start a kiosk. Do whatever you got to do, but make some money. We love money. So I was born Muslim, but I never practiced the religion. And then when we moved to America, I went to a Catholic school. And I would get high in the parking lot, in Jesus' parking lot. I would get real high. I'd get stoned, and then I'd go back to class, and then they made everyone go to mass, even me. And I tried to get out of it at first. I was like, well, I'm Muslim. I'm technically on the books. I got the rug. Look, I'm Muslim. Got the paperwork. They were like, no, you gotta come. It's an insurance issue. We can't leave you in the building alone. You gotta come sit in church, you know. They were like, we're not happy about it. Sit in the back. Don't make a lot of noise. We're not thrilled. Having you, this is terrible for us. We gotta sneak you in. We can't let Jesus know that you're in here. We're gonna get in a lot of trouble. We're gonna get an email from the Vatican. But I went, I sat in the back, I kept my mouth shut. I fucking loved it. I'd be high as shit in the back of mass just watching it. It's beautiful. You ever go to Catholic mass high? They got a wizard back there. They're drinking blood. What are you talking? Yeah. Sign me up. Very stoner-friendly religion you guys got here. It's like Lord of the Rings. You're singing Elvish. What are you doing? It's a beautiful religion. And I'm Persian. Catholic church looks like a Persian guy's house. There's gold and purple all over the place. Catholic church looks like a cheesecake factory in Tehran. That's what it looks like to me. I felt at home. I loved it. There's so much crazy shit in the Bible. I had a really great time. They have a terrible Catholics. Are there any Catholics in here? Okay. Are you still Catholic? No. All right. Far less. They have a terrible retention rate. I don't know what's going on. They just don't. Probably because everyone's getting molested all the time. I never got molested. Never. People want to know. When I tell people I'm Catholic, they're like, did you get molested? No, they didn't. They never even tried. Not a wink, nothing. Those priests looked at me and they were like, well, technically he's Muslim. We can't, he's got the rug. That's haram. We can't touch him. We're gonna get in trouble. We'll really get in trouble if we do that. He's too spicy for us. We gotta stick with the Irish kids. They're real. I love the Bible. But I feel like if you're forced to go to Catholic school and read the Bible, is not fun. If you're just stoned and like reading it, you're like, yeah, this is amazing. I loved it. Floods and burning bushes and wars and concubines and shit. I was like, yeah, this is amazing. Let me tell you guys something. A lot of you guys probably don't know this. I'll tell you a little bit about the Catholic faith. The Old Testament never happened. I'm sorry to break your hearts. There was no flood. There was none of that. All that's make-believe. The New Testament for sure happened. That's the part with Jesus and his buddies, hanging out. That happened. That happened because they kept notes on everything. They kept track of everything, and they put a lot of incriminating stuff in there. Like, Jesus punched a guy? He hit a guy. My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, punched a dude in the fucking face. On the record. Everyone watched him do that and was like, hey there, Jesus, you just hit a guy. Kind of weird thing to do. Should we put that in the book that we're writing about you? And he was like, fuck yeah, leave it in. Let the people know Jesus ain't no bitch. That's a crazy thing to put in the Bible. Could you imagine being the guy that got punched by Jesus? He went home, his alopecia's cured. He's not even mad anymore. He doesn't know what to think. He made me look like a punk out there. In his name, praise him, I guess. I don't know. Like, what was Jesus' life like up until he did what he did? Was he just a normal dude going about his everyday life until an angel showed up and was like, hey, what's up? I'm friends with your dad. I got some bad news. You're going to want to sit down for this. That's a great chair. Did you make that chair? Listen. You're going to die a terrible death. But Mexicans are going to love you. They're going to name their kids after you. They're going to see you in tortillas. Sing songs about you. You're going to be on every candle ever. You're going to be very popular. In a country you're not from. It's bananas. He heard that and he said, yes, his only question, what's a Mexican? How would he know? That's in the Bible. That's like Matthew chapter 6, verse 8. What's a Mexican? And we learn about that in Catholic school. You guys are fun. I gotta leave. I'll tell you a story and I'll get out of here. I'm a big fan of drugs. I think drugs are great. They're so fun. You know it's illegal to give drugs to animals? That's weird. I do it all the time. I don't think that's... Probably the worst time I ever did it is I gave LSD to a horse once. I'll tell you let me teach you guys something. If you buy really good acid, if you buy really good high quality LSD, it will come on a sugar cube. I had a baggie of sugar cubes. I was eating one. I made eye contact with a horse. And I could tell the horse was like, hey, let me get one of those. I could sense it. He was hungry. So I walked over to the horse. It was whimsical. It was beautiful. I pet the horse. I was talking to the horse. I ate another sugar cube. I gave one to the horse. He loved it. I will say there was somebody on the horse. I noticed. I looked up. Which makes sense. There's no loose horses in downtown Chicago. If there's a horse, it usually belongs to somebody. It was a police officer's horse. It was a police horse. There were a lot of hints. Because when I first saw it, I was like, this horse is dressed up. This is a very formal horse. It's going to some kind of horse wedding or something. I was on acid. I thought he was going to a horse wedding. And this cop was bad at his job because he watched me approach his horse, eat a sugar cube, give one to the horse. And the only thing this cop thought was, this fat kid is so fat. He's got a baggie of sugar cubes in his pocket. He has skipped snacks and gone to the ingredients of snacks. He's cut off the middleman. Surely he has diabetes. So I realized what I had just done. I was like, I just gave drugs to a cop on a cop. I gotta go. I hid behind a tree. I waited for things to cool off. And I started to get nervous. I was like, I just gave drugs to an animal. I just gave drugs to a horse. What if this horse went on a rampage or killed somebody? Or followed Grateful Dead around all year? I don't know what horses do. So I went back, I checked on it, everything was fine. The horse was fine, the cop was fine, everyone was fine. Of course it is. This animal's 1,800 pounds. There's no way one sugar cube even did anything. So I gave it 4 more. I was like, here's 4 more. All right, you guys are great. Thank you very much.